Hello?
Wait, hold on. I see you trying to make sound in my ear. YouTube? I know what you're planning.
Hello?
Hello. Notification 1, sent. Notification 2, sent. Notification 3, sent. Web browser, wait, that's good. Web browser, wait, yeah. Web browser, closed. I said closed? Sir?
Throw him in the brig.
Web browser? Hello, happy. There we go.
Are you sure you sent all of your promos?
All the ones from the internet browser, not Discord.
Okay.
Notification 4, sent.
You have so many notes to fortify.
That's why I just copy paste the YouTube description and paste it everywhere rather than making something that might be better for each individual place.
That's smart.
Look, it's my pony.
Neha!
You say Neha?
Okay, that was from something really like specific and random from my childhood, where my sister had a friend over one time and we're recording each other, and she showed me one of it, and it was, I forget, it was my sister or my friend or her friend on like a rocking chair, like going crazy and just going Neha.
Sounds
And
beautiful.
that is stuck in my like consciousness for some reason.
And then you never forgot about it ever.
Yeah, I wasn't even there.
Heroes 4 is odd when it comes to recording it or streaming it, because everything else I need like capture card or controller plugged in or this or that on top of the microphone and all that. But this one's just put in the microphone, put in the headphones, and you're set. You have a whole USB slot open right there.
Well, that's good, right?
Yeah. It does always make me feel like I'm missing something though.
Well, is the game on?
No.
Maybe that's what you're missing.
No. I knew the game wasn't on yet.
Oh, okay. Lyra, it makes me feel like something's missing. The game. Hello.
The game is afoot.
Ah. I thought the game was Heroes 4.
I thought you were Heroes 4.
Heroes Forever.
You're my heroes forever.
Oh gosh. How are you doing today, Lyra?
I'm doing good.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh no. It's updating.
The game?
The thing that runs the game.
That's okay. That's okay, right?
We'll find out soon.
Oh boy.
Because it certainly did just say, oops, that update failed.
It'll be okay. This is fine.
Hey, it's opening without the update, I think. Yay!
If it's opening while it's updating, though, would it like crash the game in the middle when it finishes and tries to like?
No, it's not the update. It was like, oh, the update failed.
Oh, it's not starting over?
No.
Okay. I just assume when it like fails, it'll like automatically just try to do it again.
Imagine automatically trying to do it again.
Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning.
Yar, matey. This isn't my chat. That's Discord. Which has a whole new meaning now that I'm diving back into ponies.
A whole new of ponies.
Ponies everywhere.
How have you been enjoying your mad dash into ponydom again?
It's been exhilarating.
What got you into the pony mood all of a sudden?
The new the Gen 5 is starting in like September.
That's... Wow, is it almost September?
Yeah, September is next month.
Oh my goodness.
So how's everyone in the chat doing? Are you all ready to partay?
Are you all ready to partay? That's my mater voice. Which I guess is a Larry the Cable Guy voice, except I've never watched Larry the Cable Guy, so I didn't realize he was like a caricature.
Oh, don't worry, I've never even heard of Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh, okay. It's like that thing where like people look at a character and they're like, oh wow, it's literally just that person, and then I'm like, who? Like in the new Disney movie, Raya, I think it's called, and the Last Dragon. People have been saying the dragon is literally just Aquafina. Like, it looks exactly like her. It has her like humor and whatnot. It's like celebrity voice cast or whatever. And I'm just like, I know, right? I'm like, who? I think she was in like Crazy Rich Asians. I don't know. Like, apparently she's like really well known. My sister was all like, I couldn't enjoy the character because it's literally just her and like all I can see is her. And I'm like, I had no idea.
So what you're telling me is it's like you playing Mario 3, like, everyone knows about this. And I'm just like, didn't know I was not a part of everyone.
Yep, exactly. When you lose your everyone rights.
Tails!
Howdy do.
Howdy don't.
Doody doo. La-di da. Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises.
Is everyone excited?
What was that?
Is everyone excited?
Woo! Yeah. Let's murder some pirates.
But we're the pirates.
Oh. Let's murder some women.
It just keeps getting worse.
It's okay, we're also a woman.
As I said, it just keeps getting worse.
Well, boys, looks like it's sushi for lunch tonight.
Also, hello, Javier.
Howdy do.
Howdy don't. You know what I should do?
What's up?
Draw more ponies.
Ooh, who will you draw next?
I don't know.
Oh, you've sketched all the main 6. Are you gonna render them?
Probably not without actually like. I'll probably like do one where I actually look at reference for them, because I think only Twilight and Rainbow Dash I could actually maybe use a sketch.
Oh. Well. Are you like thinking of doing fan art, or are you gonna like make new characters?
Porque no los dos.
You know, you got a good point. You should make a pirate pony. You should make Tawni the pirate pony. Who's your favorite of the main 6?
Can I choose 3?
It's like the whole...
It's not my fault they're all so good.
Except 2 of them, 3 of them apparently.
They're good too, just not as good. I love all the main 6 equally. I just love half of them slightly more equally. When I first started watching, my favorite was Rainbow Dash.
Rainbow Dash. That's just because you're gay.
You're not wrong. Man, that was a long time ago.
What was?
Me first getting into ponies.
Oh, ponies has been around a long time.
Yeah, that's 10, 11 years, I think.
Did you get in with the Friendship is Magic, or were you like in before?
A little of both.
Oh, okay.
Like, I have sisters, so they watched the older ones. And I've watched with them. But not much, because Generation 3 was like a almost non-existent generation of ponies.
Did your sisters like Gen 3?
Yeah. I mean, it was like they're like 4 and 6, so.
I don't know why, but I seem to have missed the pony window.
I do know why I missed it.
You do know?
I do know. Are you laughing from downstairs?
I hear laughing too. With your filters, the chat might not hear it.
Oh yeah. You can hear stuff better than everyone else.
I'm more evolved.
You hear all. Well, they only hear what I want them to hear.
It's my mod powers, I guess.
Hey. But yeah, I missed out on the pony miss in Gen 2. That would be the one that I would have gotten into with how old I am. Cause, you know, trans and ponies, it's a girl thing.
Oh. You weren't you hadn't discovered yourself yet.
I hadn't discovered myself yet. And it wasn't the kind of thing that parents would, by default, purchase to try to get any new things.
Yeah. I get you.
Also, oh look, it's been 15 minutes.
Oh.
It's time.
Nice. It's time.
Hold on, let me slide this. Let me slide the game window completely over the stream preview so that I do not. What am I doing? Which map is this? What are you doing? Why are you going all the way? Hold on.
Who are you? Where am I? How is this?
Ma'am? Can you not go this way? It's much shorter. Man. The bad thing about taking a week off is who am I? Who are you? What are we all doing with our lives? Both didn't
Where are we? What is happening right now?
We're in America. Stuff is happening.
Stuff sure is happening.
Stuff can stop happening anytime it wants.
Can it though?
It can, it just never wants to.
Ain't that just the way?
Speaking of the way, this is the way. Wait. How do I get over there? Oh, I beat up these things.
The way. Anywhere we go, we're home.
Oh. That sure is 500 damage from the firebolt. Oh, I didn't even need it. Tawni was. I forgot how cool Tawni was and all powerful. She just wrecked them.
She is the captain.
Alright, we still need Durgans.
Wait. So, what horrible thing happened this time to make us start over from scratch for this last scenario?
We're doing it. We are in a completely different area.
Oh, we just like went somewhere that we couldn't take all of our forces.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, we're standing on the stream. Time for pirate music. Ahem. Scattered about the entrance to a collapsed mine are broken, rusting weapons and armor, and the bones of dwarves. It was probably a battle for possession of the mine. Maybe the miners were even the ones who caved in the mine. As you sift through the remains, you find a dwarven shield hidden and protected from the elements beneath a wheelbarrow. Neato.
Okay.
We have better shield. She doesn't, though. Talk to me, my dude. Sulfur. Oh, more pirate music up. Well, excuse you too. Just teleported across the map and punched me in the face and ran back.
Yep.
I like a gold mine.
I am solidly in the camp of dwarven women. Give dwarven women beards. I like exploring different beauty standards, and I feel like the dwarves would really like, you know, like find that attractive. It's kind of like the I feel like it was a big missed opportunity in the Hobbit movies that not all the dwarves were like got big, amazing, beautiful beards and like, you know, Nordic braids and big noses. Like that's how I think of a dwarf in the Tolkien sense, you know, like Gimli. But then you got like, I think it was like Tilly and Philly, and even like Oakenshield, the main dwarf, like they made them just look like people. They didn't even have that much of a beard. Like a dwarf with a beard that small would be ridiculed, you know? Like, but no, he's the king. He should have like the most kingly of beards.
A dwarf with a beard like that would never be allowed to be king.
Yeah, or at least like maybe make some kind of deal about it. Like, oh well, like he became king when no one thought a scrawny little, pretty faced, elf-looking dwarf like him. You know, like he looks like an elf, like more human in proportion.
Yeah.
Small bearded dwarves should be bullied.
Small bearded dwarves should be. What's the word?
Did you watch Lord of the Rings? Of course I watched Lord of the Rings.
Who hasn't watched The Lord of the Rings? Even I've watched The Lord of the Rings.
Even Lyra's watched Lord of the Rings. Looks at tails.
A bandit ambushes you, but this one seems stronger than most. Take several hits for you to render him unconscious. You rip open his shirt. To reveal a thin suit of elfin chainmail concealed beneath his clothing. No wonder it was so hard to knock down.
No wonder.
Look, I'm wearing that. I don't need to. Here you go, ma'am. Miss 114 defense with no help. Doesn't need it as much as 56 defense with help. Oh, there's no one here. Well, we own this castle now.
Okay. Way hey and up she rises.
I can't believe the whole why. This castle has no way to build dudes to defend itself.
Another one? You found two castles with no one in it?
No, I opened the castle with no one in it because it's mine now, and it doesn't have any buildings to recruit units with, and that's why it was defenseless. What is this? Luck. Probably luck again. Toughness.
Oh my goodness. So Tails just sent me a meme where it's just two screenshots from the B movie, but the text is, "And my bow" are the only words Legolas says to Frodo in the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy. You have my sword, and my bow, and my axe.
Excellent. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Hey, look,
Technically. What's that?
I saw an enemy castle. Oh,
An
fishes.
enemy castle. This is like a colorful reef. I mean, like, technically, I guess throughout the movies, whenever Legolas is talking to the whole group, He's technically talking to Frodo. Um, Tail says he's a great king despite the beard. Oh yeah, a shame about that beard. Who hasn't watched Lord of the Rings slowly raise his hand? Yep, Tails. Yeah. Javier raises both hands. Javier too?
Heathens, all of you.
All of you. It's like really high up on my best movies list. I always liked Twin Towers the most. That's the middle one. Fellowship is like a really good movie just unto itself. And I never really remember anything that happens in the third one, but like Twin Towers has that amazing battle scene with like Legolas and Gimli having fun in it, and it's like it's just such a like great. I have fun with that one. Oh, it looks like story.
The plot is here.
The plot has arrived. I usually try to keep a level head after a siege, and I never take part in the pillaging. Someone has to make sure the men don't burn the entire town to the ground. I was sitting on my steed, watching the mayhem, when Oba dragged dirty-faced Daring and a few other pirates from a merchant's home. Tempers exploded, and soon Oba and the others had their blades drawn. "Stop it!" I shouted, arriving the moment before the fight began. Immediately they lowered their weapons. "What is going on here?" Daring looked like he wanted to accuse Oba of some kind of injustice, but he bit back his words. A pirate doesn't let another settle his differences. I gestured towards Daring and the others. "Get away from here," I ordered them, and to Oba I said, "You, follow me." We walked to the edge of the town where no one would overhear our conversation. "They're going to burn the town to the ground," Oba said. "No, they won't, because they all know any who go too far will feel the sting of the whip." I responded quickly before I realized Pete Girly wasn't around anymore. Shoot. I stood close to my first mate, leaning up on my toes so I would be eye to eye with the tall man. "Now, I'd like to know if you're secretly fighting for the Mer Queen." "No," Oba said, shocked by my accusation. "Do you have a mermaid lover or something?" "No, why would you ask me these silly questions?" "Because you've been fighting my own men more than the enemy. I was just wondering if you've switched sides." Oba shook his head, stretched himself up to his full height so he could look down on me. "You have no reason to question my loyalty," he said. Softening my voice, I said, "Then tell me, why my first mate is letting mermaids go free one day and practically killing my own men the next." Oba certainly didn't expect this question. He stepped back, scratched his short beard, not the beard of a dwarf, but a wiry man beard. Finally, he turned his back on me. "I do not wish to kill these people, these mermaids, these women anymore. They are not my enemy." "They are my enemy, which makes them your enemy too." Oba spun on me. Now it was his turn to be furious. "Everyone is your enemy. When will it end, Tawni? You fight and fight. I thought my thirst for vengeance couldn't be quenched, but look at your taste for conquest and murder. It never ends." I clenched my jaw against his harsh words and said, "I am only holding on to what is mine." "Another excuse. When there was no one to fight, you drove Pete Girly to turn against you just to have someone to fight. All Pete wanted was a ship. You gave dozens of ships to men far less qualified. And when you flaunted it in front of him, you drove Pete to do what he did, and it got a good man like Arnok the Hairless killed. I drew my father's dagger and held it to Oba's neck. You spake out of turn, first mate. Oba felt silent, but the anger didn't fade from his eyes. If not for the dagger, he would have continued speaking. You're one to talk, I hissed. Yes, I am one to talk. I know what you have become. I've been there, and look where it has gotten me. Alone, tired, and scarred. Oba held up his left hand, 3 fingers splayed out. The 2 puffy stubs, where his ring and small finger used to be, wiggled like bait on a hook. And then Oba reached forward slowly so I wouldn't flinch and touched the long scar on the side of my chin. Do your job, Oba, I said firmly, or I'll get someone else to do it. I took my knife from his neck and stormed away, but he still had to have the last word. Tawni, I know why I kill, Oba said. I stopped, but I refused to face him. I had a family to avenge. Why must you kill? She's a lot more lax on Oba than the others. It was made clear before that she trusts the man, but she's shown to do away with others for far less. Tail says, OMG, getting on her toes.
Who's this man stealing my loot? Oh, look, more plot.
I dreamed of the rusty mug last night. It had been so long since I'd even thought about the bar where I grew up. Why would I dream about it now, and such a realistic dream? I was 7 or 8, my black hair and kinky pigtails, my cheeks smudged with dirt. I wore an ill-fitting smock, frayed at the bottom, where my mother cut the old garment so I wouldn't trip over it. In the winter, the dress was never enough to keep me warm. I hate winter. I was making my way through the mayhem of the bar. From the looks of it, several ships must have docked and unloaded their crew. Everyone was elbow to elbow in there, and I had to navigate my way through the sweaty, drunken men. One of them grabbed my pigtail, nearly yanked me off my feet. I winced, but refused to cry. Crying always brought taunts and laughter from these rugged men. The sailor gave my hair another pull. This time I fell, and his friends wailed their amusement. I remembered their faces so I could spit in their drinks later. And then I continued to one of the tables in the back of the bar. There were 4 men at the table. I placed the 2 loaves of bread before them without meeting their gaze and turned to leave. I think I was the only one to see the attackers. 3 men charged the table with long knives. I froze. There was nowhere to run. I was knocked to the floor, stepped on twice as blades and fists flew above me. I cried, screamed for my mother, but she ran behind the counter where the owner of the rusty mug brandished a hatchet towards anyone who approached. I was alone, bruised, frightened, and lying between 2 bodies. Then someone picked me up by my hair. I screeched. Were they going to kill me for getting in the way? Or maybe they were trying to drag me to safety. But no, the last surviving man from the table held me now. He pressed a sharp point of the blade to my stomach. Stand back, he shouted to the ambushers. 2 of the attackers stood between my captor and the door. Somehow I knew that's where the man wanted to go. You think that brat is gonna keep us from killing ya? I looked at my mother, pleading her with my eyes to do something. Instead, she escaped through a side door into the storage room. Tears flowed down my cheeks. Just let me out, my captor said. You can take the map for all I care. So this was a fight over some treasure. It was good to know why I was going to die. If we let you live, said one of the assailants, you'll go telling everyone about the gold. No, you die here.
I saw in the eyes of the attackers that they were prepared to cut their way through me to get at this man. And all over a stash of gold. You've got to admire a man who doesn't let anything get in the way of his goal, even a little girl. I wiggled against the steel grip of my captor, just enough to bite his forearm with all the strength in my jaw. Something stung my belly. I would find out later it was only a small cut. The moment I hit the floor, I rolled under the table as the ambushers descended upon the man. When the killing was over, the two men quickly searched the bodies and uncovered a wrinkled parchment. The speaker glanced at me, winked. "Thanks for the help," he said. "If I get back this way, I'll buy you something." He never made it back to the rusty mug, and that night I had a lot of blood to wash from the floor.
Oh boy. Memories like the corners of my mind. Tail says, also, I have rectified my mistake and sent you the meme. Also, I have yet to find a blank version of that meme, which is a shame because it's great. It looks like you have to watch the B-movie again, Tails, to take some screenshots of your own. Tail says, OMG getting on their toes. You haven't wanted to murder as many women lately. Important update. I found the meme blank, says Tails. Also, OMG, it's good to know why I'm going to die. Tawni, you do not, in fact, have to admire a man who would kill a little girl for gold. About watching the whole B movie in order to find 2 screenshots, Tails says, I would do it, don't tempt me!
Oopsie. Onwards. I think this flag down here, it's weird. Oh, look, more plot. I wonder if I'm just like going that much faster this time than last time. Yeah, getting to
Well, the last plot point was kind of a non-plot point, like it was just a flashback, so maybe it's just like they're giving you more stuff since it's getting to the end.
Yeah, but I was talking about like the enemy. Like I'm beating up their castles and they don't have any defenses to hold up.
Oh.
Yeah, like I'm just coming at them with the 2 heroes.
Are the castles like mostly empty because you're like scaring them away?
I don't think so. I think I'm just coming in early. Like that second one had no reason to be. It had a decent amount of stuff protecting it.
Okay.
Awesome.
It was late. Oh, what's that?
I was just being like, oh look, more plot.
More plot, yeah. It was late. Only the night watch was awake. At least, I thought everyone was asleep until I found Oba sitting around one of the dying fires with a flask. He seemed determined to finish it tonight. Ever since our argument, our relationship has been strained. Dirty-faced Daring, at least, has noticed this friction because he has been trying to work his way onto my good side. Probably trying to get his own ship or something. I would have to quash that ambition soon. I sat across from Oba and held my hand out for the flask. Reluctantly, he gave it to me, and I took a long drink before returning it. Your family has been avenged many times over, Oba, I said, picking up our argument where we left off. So why do you still kill? Without hesitation, Oba answered, I've been asking myself the same question lately. I have done it for so long. I'm not sure I can stop. We each took several drinks, fueling our courage before we spoke again. You're a lucky man. You had something more once. I know nothing else. I feel like a shark. If I don't keep swimming, I'm afraid I'll die, I said. Why did I tell him these things? I tried to tell myself it was the contents of that flask. You'll never know anything else unless you stop, Oba said. I can't. Just like I can't look back. I don't like what I see. Oba nodded knowingly. Your father? He asked. Your mother? The rusty mug? How did he know what I had been thinking about? It was as if he had been in my dreams. this being a world with magic and wizards and stuff, it's not completely out of the question, but I never told you about the rest of
the
the
magic.
Yeah, right? Sighing, Oba said, I have been in your father's crew for a long time, Tawni. I sobered in an instant, and I began to shiver. I wanted to ask Oba what he meant by that, but I was afraid of his answer. I, the Queen of the Gold Sea and one of the most dreaded pirate captains in the world, was afraid.
Ooh, it's getting spicy! What? Oh my goodness. Tails says the Bee movie is insane, and I've always had a fun time watching it. I can't believe it sounds like Tails has watched the Bee movie multiple times, but she's never seen the Lord of the Rings. Javier's saying, do it! Do it.
Oh.
Tails says, oh, what's that?
I just went again because I used the spell on the dudes.
That's the sound of your spell casting.
That's the magic word to get it working.
Gotcha. Tails says, Nyx says, the Bee movie is available legally on Netflix or Hulu. Tails, of course, legally. Javier says, Tails, what are you planning? Tails is being cheeky, giving a winky face. Okay, so, technically, and I fell asleep both times, I did start watching Lord of the Rings 2. 2 times. Not Lord of the Rings 2. She started watching Lord of the Rings 2 times. Javier says mood. How much did you like Lord of the Rings, Lyra? Where would you rank it?
High?
Hey, you have good taste.
It sounds like you're saying that Tails has bad taste.
Have you seen her boys? All of her children come out of the trash.
Oh, that guy survived. Bonk.
Bonk. Tails says it's true, and I can't blame you for saying it. Tails is just so defeated. Well, a Scotsman clad in kilt left the bar one evening fair. One could tell by... Ooh, what's this? Flask of mercury.
A crowd is gathered here. Something is wrong. You approach cautiously and see a skinny little man holding 2 bottles over his head. Stand back, he shouts at the guards surrounding him. If I pour these together, we'll all die.
Oh.
Since the mad alchemist hasn't taken notice of you yet, you charge forward and swipe the flask of mercury from his hand. Immediately, the guards seize the criminal and carry him away, thanking you for your help.
It's like that scene in Twisted where they're like, he's a sorcerer. And he's like, no, it's just science. Gem casket. Is this new?
Yeah, the pompous baroness of this land gets her power from her wealth, and the wealth comes from her magical gem casket. So you sneak into her manor, subdue her guards, and take her most valuable possession, knowing that soon her cruel rule would come to an end.
Okay. Tail says, Oscar is a clean boy. Hey Lyra, you like baby Oscar, baby boy Oscar from Ruby, right?
It is true.
For no particular reason.
It is true, I do like Oscar.
Okay, but Tails, you like Oscar because Ozpin comes with the deal, and Ozpin is a dirty garbage boy.
Oh! Oh, neat, it worked. Didn't expect that to work. Huh? +3 attack.
Tails said, look, my favorite men came out of the trash except for maybe Ozpin. Except for Ozpin! I guess I haven't seen enough, Rawooby to know how garbage Ozpin is. I just assume since Tails likes Ozpin that he's also garbage.
Who's just up here doodle bopping in my area?
Doodle bop! Bop,
Don't like
doo dop doo wop, dooey up bop doo wop, dub da doo, yeah yeah doo wop, dub dub. Tails says something great about this boy with so much BS thrown onto him, and he's still trying to do his best. He actually gets his moments to shine most in the season we're about to Hey! I mean, it's a fair assumption that if I like someone, they're garbage, but hey, it's no longer, oh, here's a garbage boy, Tails must like them. It's more like, oh, here's a boy Tails likes, he must be garbage.
Nice.
Do you think Google Lens will be able to like take a picture of a typeface and tell me what font it is?
Yeah. Do you?
It can do it with plants. It like identifies plants. You can just like take a picture of wildlife and it'll tell you like what it is.
Sounds pretty wild, not gonna lie. Oh! Oh! Tails does bring up some very good Larsa and Fluttershy points. Fluttershy is like the opposite of Garbage Boy.
But Fluttershy isn't a boy.
But as I said, the opposite.
I assume Larsa's also a girl. Those can't be garbage boys.
Wait. Is that you genuinely assuming Larsa's a girl or joking?
I mean, it ends in an A and words that end in A's are feminine, so I just assume. Wait, what is it from?
Final Fantasy 12.
Oh, okay. I can't remember any characters from Final Fantasy.
How dare you?
There's just something about the storytelling in Final Fantasies that's never captured me. And even if I was interested in the plot, I feel like there's too many characters to keep track of.
I think your moves are just weak.
Probably.
Where's Chain Lightning? There we go. Mess with that door.
Mess with that dork.
Well, that would be me.
He.
Bonk. Bonk.
Bonk
Mess
him
with
to
that door.
death.
Oh no, how could you? What have you done?
Murder.
Murder. You fool. Wait, that's chain lightning. Don't shoot that at the one guy. It's gonna hit both of us.
Yeah. Then you would be the one who is a fool. Tails is bringing a Big Mac. Okay, Tails, you're not honestly gonna sit here and tell me that of all the ponies in Ponyville or like whatever it's called, Equestria, you're gonna say Big Mac is your favorite?
Yeah,
No, it's gonna be a main 6.
Shining armor is right there.
Shining armor.
What?
Oh my goodness.
What's wrong with shining armor? Oh wait, you haven't reached the end of season 2, have you?
I've never met Shining Armor, but just the name sounds like a garbage boy.
How dare?
He sounds like he would talk like this.
When you're thinking of Prince Blueblood.
That's even more of a garbage name. Prince Blueblood. Now that's a pony that was born with a silver spoon in his mouth.
I thought that was Silver Spoon.
Oh my goodness, these names are so on the nose. It's amazing. Hale says, wait, are most of the MLP boys trash boys? I mean, it's not like we have a huge sample.
There's Spike.
Spike's a baby. 100% not garbage. Oh, and I love Miles Morales and Peter Parker. Okay, Miles is a good boy. But you know, if you're going to a convention, you're like gonna buy merch for a character. You're going for the trash ones. Like you're gonna stop and admire and point at the Miles Morales, but you're going to buy the Akechi. Hale says, Nyx also says shiny armor isn't a garbage boy.
Also, welcome, Andrew.
Hi! Crashes and burns from the sky after a massive battle in space escape in a escape pod. Suck nerds, I have arrived to the stream. Hale says, debate. Is Spike a garbage boy or a good boy who can act like garbage? Have you seen... I've seen a picture of Spike after some kind of time jump. He is absolutely a garbage boy. Tail says, welcome, welcome. Oh, look! That's cause the trash boys get less merch. I have to get it where I can. Mm-hmm. Yep, sure.
Huh. Guess that's what they're doing.
You could just get both.
Huh.
Oh.
Guess that's what they're learning. Oh, that was oddly good availability for spell learning.
Oddly good?
Yeah. Because we're at the end here, so it's usually either like I already have it or it's something I don't want at all. Whomst do you think you are?
Homesteadive. Hale says, why are we bullying me? Let's
Oh.
bully Nyx for liking so many dumb blonde boys. It is worthy of ridicule, but I can't deny the blonde boys are pretty cute. I mean, like, one of the biggest appeals that kept me watching Miraculous Ladybug before it got good was Adrian Agrest.
Why do I have so much
Me, I
makeup?
I can't believe my friends are forcing me to watch this horrible rom-com of a teenage disaster show. But Adrian's pretty cute. I guess I'll keep watching.
Wait a minute. Oh, I don't have any money. It's like, hold on. I could
Hold
learn these
on.
spells before. I'm glad I reloaded. Oh. No, they just ignored it this time. That's odd. Because someone came and attacked a gate. And I was like, huh, it'd probably be better for me to just slide these guys in the gate over to the castle to make the castle slightly more well defended, since they're probably just gonna get squished before they can do anything here. But after I moved them, they just didn't even attack at all.
Huh. They just gave up. I spent a week searching my past, poring through those days I would rather forget, for a single memory of Eight Fingers Oba. It wasn't until it dawned. I thought it was like, it wasn't until dawn. No, it wasn't until it dawned on me that he had been young then. Still had all these fingers that it came to me. This is just that scene in Sleeping Beauty where Maleficent's like, oh, I can't believe you can't find Aurora, and the little gremlins are like, yeah, we searched every cradle, and she's like, do you hear that, my pet? All these years they've been looking for a baby. Oba had seemed taller then. It was a warm summer day, so he had gone shirtless as he accompanied Captain Black Balfour through town.
People do tend to look taller when you're half as tall as you are now.
I know, right? Oba seemed taller then, when I was 6 feet tall. Wait, that's really tall. What's a how tall would 8-year-olds be? I don't even know.
3 feet?
3 feet?
Like high 3 feet, like 3'8", something like that.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Anyone could see that Oba was a bodyguard. Only a fool would face him one-on-one. Even 3 men would be idiots to attack him. No wonder Black Balfour kept him close. Why didn't I remember him until now? Oba had been there that first night I saw my father. I was 10. Oh, she was 10.
That's in the 4-foot range.
4-foot range then. That's you would know that because Ash is 10.
At having him be 11, almost 12 in Golden Sun, I made Ash 4.5 feet tall.
Ah. Keeping track of heights of characters is
It's funny. Everyone always is like freaked out by how short he is, and I'm like, you do realize he's 11, right?
I was 10 and completely enamored with the wealthy pirate, so perhaps that's why I never noticed his bodyguard. He was just one of the Captain Balfour accessories, like his black, wide-brimmed hat. Ooh, that sounds good. When you're a pirate captain, you need a nice hat. It had been a busy night for me, but I still managed to steal glances at Black Balfour and his group, especially when my mother joined their table. My mother and Balfour talked for some time, and then later that night, I saw Oba and my mother arguing in hushed whispers in a corner of the bar. My mother even dared slap the big man. At the time, I wondered why Oba hadn't hit her back. Instead, he looked straight at me. I turned away, afraid he might think I was spying. The next morning, when Black Balfour clomped down the stairs and found me sweeping the old threshes from the Rusty Mug's common room, he gave me the dagger that I still carry today. He told me how to use it and to hide it because surprise was the greatest weapon of all. Those words changed my life, and as much as I hate to admit it, I loved him for it, more than I could ever love my mother. And then another memory hit me like a sword through the gut, something I haven't thought about since it happened. Soon after my father gave me the weapon, Oba came down the stairs to join his captain. He walked right by me, giving me a curious look as he passed. I didn't know what to make of it, but I wondered why this large man had an empty dagger sheath strapped to his thigh. Had he lost the weapon in a game of dice? Or had he used it to pay his tab? Or had he given it to his captain to give to a little girl?
What? What? Excuse me! What a twist!
Or, the more likely, the captain stole the dagger from his men, so he didn't have to give up his own dagger, you know?
I can't believe Javier mentioned Ryuji and immediately summoned Nyx.
Carol says, so we're bullying me is because you don't share my horrible taste in boys. I still remember, hey, I never said that, Tails. I feel like Akechi would probably tickle my fancy if I had any notion of what Persona is. And I think Beat is pretty fun. It's just more fun to make fun of you for it. I still remember that moment on stream where you were like, I don't mind some stupid romance stuff as long as it's not the whole show. And me and Pepper just went silent.
Oh, interesting. It's that guy.
Who's Ryuji?
Also Persona.
Oh, okay. I've been waiting for Tails to get to Persona 5 forever now. I've also been waiting for Tails to get to, The World Ends With You. Twiwi. Ever since, that Joshua character showed up. Is Joshua a Tails character or a Nyx character? Because I feel like it kind of hits both. Surprise is the best weapon of all. So, this morning, under the pretense of discussing strategies for battling the Mer Queen, I pulled Oba away from earshot of the other men. So, what were you... oh, that's me. So, what were you and my mother arguing about that night in the Rusty Mug? I said. Oba, oh my goodness, you're not gonna tell me...
What?
Are they gonna... Is Oba her dad?
Is he?
Is that like the twist that like she's not actually Black Balfour's girl? Oh, Oba stared at me, swallowed. He seemed unable to speak. When his eyes moved to the left, I knew he was trying to make up a lie. You were there with my father, I said. My mother sat at your table for a long time. I remember bringing you bread, and you barely drank a single mug while your friends drank themselves under the table. You had no beard then, and you had all your fingers. When my father went outside to relieve himself, you and my mother slipped into the back of the inn and argued. She hit you. When Oba still didn't speak, I said, does that refresh your memory? Yes, it does. Then what did you fight about? Don't ask. Not now, Tawni. It's best left unsaid. No, I shouted. Tell me, and if you lie, I will gut you where you stand. Oba paused, still reluctant to answer, and then said, your mother told Captain Black that he was your father. But I knew that wasn't possible. Why? Because the night Captain Black passed on his way up the stairs, he never made it to his room. The dagger in the empty sheath, the argument with my mother, Oba remaining with me when he knew he had lost his will to kill, it all added up to the same thing. So, she lied? I asked. Yes, Oba admitted. I confronted your mother, and she told me not to say anything. I was just a common pirate then, but Captain Black was rich as any lord. She was trying to convince him to send her some gold now and then to support you. If I ruined that opportunity for her, she swore she would put you out in the cold to die. I turned my back, unable to fight back the moisture building in my burning eyes. It had been a long time since I had cried in front of another man. Captain Black sent your mother the gold once, but he soon forgot, so I started sending all I could afford. She thought it came from him. Yeah, well, I never received any of it, I said. Whatever gold had come for me probably went to my mother and the owner of the rusty mug. I wasn't about to cry in front of Oba, so I fled to find a private place away from everyone. As I left, I heard Oba whisper, I'm sorry. So was I. What is happening?
Everything is happening.
Everything is happening. This like pirate adventure, this swashbuckling pirate adventure is becoming more of like an emotional roller coaster ride.
How does it feel? 0.
Exhilarating.
Yes, come to me. Allow me to thrash your kneecaps.
Chaos says also that's fair. That's like me bullying you for 100%. Nick says they're on the list, believe me. Tail says hopefully P5 is next after PMD. Nick says Joshua is 100% her garbage. Tail says Joshua is mine and 1000% out of the garbage. Nick says I know nothing about him. Javier says wait, which PMD exactly? Nick says I may or may not be finishing the assets for the PMD stream right now. That's exciting.
Did Tawni just shrug off that chain lightning like it was nothing? Like, did she genuinely take no damage from it?
She just ate the lightning. Tail says, but eventually I want to play them all. I want to do Explorers of Sky next, much like Lyra does too, I believe. Which eyes emoji. Javier says the only PMD game I haven't played is Gates, and those odd WiiWare games that never left Japan.
WiiWare ones don't exist.
Javier says, wait, are we having the PMD streams soon? Dale says Tawni is emotionally vulnerable, but she sure as crud ain't physically vulnerable. Bottle up those emotions, lassie. Drink them under the table. You don't need them. You don't want them. Bury them alive at sea. Till the gulls come calling and the cold wind blows.
Mess them up.
I should look up what a petrol station in California looks like before I just make up shapes.
Are we having them soon? Tails, winky eye emoji. Zero. Bottle up those emotions, lassie. Nix, that's a healthy coping mechanism. Bury your emotions under the
Under
sea.
the sea.
Bonk. I don't need you.
Marry him for 90 years, then see if he talks.
I don't know how Tails changed her status so much. I'm still very attached to mine.
Well, she was not strong enough to defeat the improbable pigeon shroud technique.
Yeah, that one. How could I change that one so soon?
It's like so out of context for me. I have no idea what any of that means. Is it a Naruto thing? Like, clearly it's a pony thing because that's all you've been, like, reading lately, but, like, it sounds like a Naruto thing. They did have ninjutsu ostriches at one point in the show, I think.
Come again?
So... What?
Oh, is that what I think it is? Durgans. You wait back here. Fire!
Huygens.
Fire!
The Fire Brigade.
Oh. I still love the dragons coming to murder her. She just swats them down in one hit.
Yeah.
Oh. I do like that. What's the Durgan shield do? It's definitely an upgrade to that poor dwarven shield we found. No, not by as much as I thought it was. That dwarven shield was better than I thought it was.
Huh. The dwarves know what they're doing, I would assume.
Basic demonology.
Yeah, basic demonology. Oh.
No.
Is this where I want to be? What? Oh, that's just a thing. Zero, why didn't you tell me that was just a thing? Oh my lord. Is this already the end? Is this the last fortification owned by the green flagged ones?
Oh? Is it?
Gale says, our deeper appreciation for your fantastic sense of humor. Is what Javier won.
I don't like how the green just has thing sitting next to. Oh, that was a bad idea.
What?
I had my magic inclined character shoot the guy that shoots back. I'm just send the birds back.
Just chill over here.
Tawni's
Oh,
got
we smack.
Tawni's got everything sorted out.
Smack, smack. The birds are just here to look pretty.
Yeah. So this is how things go. Tawni shoots down the oh, Tawni shoots down the lightning birds that are immune to chain lightning. And then circa chain lightning's everything. Speaking of chain lightning and everything. Oh wait, they're not immune to chain lightning, huh? Interesting
What, the
news.
birds?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot she hits twice. So she can open the door even faster.
It's because birds are weak to lightning. Don't you know anything about Pokemon?
Right, Zapdos does take neutral damage from
It does?
electricity, yeah. And these are just a bunch of Zapdoses, right?
They literally are, yeah.
Do I have drink left? I do not. Zero fetch me a
Sad.
drink.
Okay. Be right back. Boom, boom, boom. Go, 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 go.
I guess now I gotta read the plot.
Oh, wait, the plot? I brought down the walls of the Mer Queen's palace, but the slippery mermaid escaped into the sea before I could wring her scrawny neck. This fight isn't over, but I have my enemy on the run, and today I'm not feeling very merciful. It didn't take long to find out from one of the prisoners that the Mer Queen probably fled to a cove in the east, where she spends a lot of time. Unfortunately, this victory hasn't crippled my enemy like I thought it would. As we speak, the Mer Queen is probably amassing an army of mermaids at her cove. Meanwhile, in the west, her people are breeding more sea monsters than ever in some kind of secret hatchery. If I destroy the hatchery first, the Mer Queen will probably retreat to the bottom of the sea, where I can't get to her, and attack someday when I least expect it. Of course, if I take a ship from this place and kill her first, the mermaids will have the time to raise more sea monsters than I could ever possibly defeat. Either way, I will lose, so I must attack these two places at the same time. Orchestrating such a maneuver won't be easy! Are you up to it?
Are you up to it?
Aye, lass, that I am. I was born ready to
Yes.
slay women.
I don't like that. So?
Oh! Well, I'm not gonna get you a drink now. Make me come all the way back just to read a bit of text.
That's exactly the opposite of what I wanted to do. Well, I'm sure I'm getting attacked by some hoodlums. Bonk.
One can tell by how he walked that he drank more than he shared. He fumbled round until he could no longer keep his feet. Fumbled off until he lay fast in sleep beside the street.
More plots.
A shady-looking woman asked to meet with you before you approach the docks. I have some information for you, she says. How much will it cost me, you ask. Nothing. I'll be glad to be rid of these mermaids, the spy says. Well, what is it? The mermaids watch these waters closely. The moment you set sail from those docks, you will have 5 days to destroy the sea monster hatchery before the Mer Queen finds out. When she does, she will dive beneath the sea and come back later with an army you could never defeat. Thanks for your help, you say. 5 days isn't much time to search for this secret hatchery. You better make sure the other ship has set sail to find the Merqueen before you embark. Before you embark. Bark, 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 bark. Bork?
Orc.
Before you embark. Disembark?
Now we have 2 ships at the ready.
Put my door open, so Kitty could see out. They could see
Do you think I can caravan all the way to... Oh no, what have you done? Oh, it's a green tent.
I don't caravan either way.
But I care about man. My very good son.
Aye.
Let's just wait a few days for the... Why?
MCA.
They're being oddly aggressive. Oh, they're underground.
Dwarves?
I'm just gonna sit here and wait.
Hmm. Ring ding da little laddie-o, ring da diddly I-o. And finding typefaces is annoying.
Perfect. Okay.
Maybe I'll do this step later.
Oh yeah, shout out to Zero saying, "Oh, that's me," in response to it being Tawni the one talking. Zero is Tawni confirmed.
You know what I mean. Me as in like a player character. Us. We. The first person I. Tawni the Red Wolf.
I can't believe we turned our main character into a furry.
What? That's not what I meant.
I don't know. Making a character into a red wolf seems very furry. What do you guys think?
I'm Tawni the wild and terrible, the fiercest girl afloat. I was born in a storm on an icy morn on a leaky pirate boat.
Go nuts.
Donuts? I love donuts.
I also love donuts. We have donuts.
Oh,
I had donuts
What
for
kind of-
breakfast.
what kind of donuts do you like? I like the ones that are kind of chewy. I don't much care for the cakey kind, you know?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. Like there used to be a Shoppers near where I lived before that would have donuts, and they would always be like these really big, like really aerated for some reason, like a lot of air inside. You like bite into it and it kind of just like compresses and then puffs back up.
Like really nice and chewy. I love those donuts. There's a place called Duck Donuts nearby. They do really cool donuts because you can pick your glaze and toppings and all that, but they have like the cakey ones. So it's like a give or take because I get to choose my toppings, but it's also not my favorite style of donut.
How can they be so strong yet so weak?
Do you have like a certain flavor that you like, or is it just anything goes?
I like chocolate.
Chocolate. Can't really go wrong with just a normal glazed donut.
Yeah.
Do you like the jelly filled kind? Or I guess not jelly filled, but like the any kind with filling?
Not jellies, but other kinds of filled ones.
Yeah, same. I don't like the jelly ones, but like I've had the ones with I think it's like custard or something inside. Those ones are good. Are we like the same person?
We are.
Have you ever had a cronut?
Oh, what now?
I've been searching my whole life for a proper cronut. It's apparently a donut and a croissant mixed together. It's like a donut, but it's like flaky and layered like a croissant. I hear it's amazing.
You're amazing.
What? Well, you're amazing too.
Oh yeah? Well, you're amazing. 3.
Oh my goodness. I can't beat that. I've never learned how to count beyond 3. Well, you're amazing forever.
Oh yeah, well, you're amazing 5 ever.
What? That's not even amazing.
It makes sense if you're as cool as you.
Zen Firebird is here, says, I am melting.
Hooray,
I'm really
birthday
sorry
makes-
for your loss.
Would have been nice if my Cyclops got to do something cool. Yet here we are.
It's just your Cyclopses left. And now everyone's dead.
They immediately made the castle stronger. Could watch those castle walls get bigger.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm a little worried about
Mm.
is there being more plot. That's like time based.
Mm. The 5 days?
Huh?
The 5 days have started?
No.
Oh.
It's been far more than 5 days. I would have lost already if they had.
Oh.
But there's like another like series called Heroes Chronicles,
Uh-huh.
and it's kind of like it's basically Heroes 3, but it's kind of like the bridge between 3 and 4. So the story is like told more similarly to this one.
Oh.
And I feel like they're still learning because basically what happened is it has those time-based story events, but one of the at least one time I'm not very far in, so one time is kind of a lot. I beat it. It wasn't too shocking because it felt like it was leading up to this plot point, but basically I finished the map before a plot point had a chance to pop up, and the next time and again to the next one, and it's like, oh, I'm like, wait, what? Whence did this happen?
Yeah, I'm like torn. Like, do you prefer the time-based plot points or the location-based plot points? Because I feel like with the location-based ones, you tend to get them out of order a bit. Like you'll get to a place and they'll be like, you need to avenge my family, and you're like, oh, I already killed them all.
But I think I think with this one specifically, with Heroes 4, the time-based ones are better because they don't usually miss. I'm just hoping that this isn't an exception. Whereas, as you said, the wait a minute. I just hopped in the boat starting the 5-day turn, but I realized I should save before I do that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because once we finish this next objective, that's game.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
Like, if you had time-based story plots and you played the game too fast, would you just miss the story plots?
Yep. Can't I? Don't under. No.
Happy said, just came back to, you need to avenge your family. I already killed them all. Wait, no, I didn't mean the family. I meant I killed, like, the people you wanted revenge on. Or like that one time you like, I don't know, met a group of people that were like, go away. And you're like, we come in peace. And they're like, no. We don't care. And then you start like pillaging their towns.
But that came in the right order.
Yeah, but like if that came in the wrong order, that would have been weird, you know?
Mhm.
Because it was like you had to go to a certain location for it. It's a little canoe.
You're a little canoe.
No, I'm a little teapot.
Tawni sure can sail forever.
Sailing, sailing over the bounding main. Why do you just got like a 2000 on your... Oh, it's a serpent.
I think this is actually what starts the...
The 5 days?
Yeah. I'm actually not gonna save because I'm gonna wait until this lady gets over there. Oh, never mind. It did start the 5 days.
Wait,
Whoopsie.
what? What?
I was incorrect. The 5 days did start.
You ran out of days?
Yeah.
So it is when you got on the ship earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's like really sudden. It's just like you lost. Sucks to suck.
So what, do you need to get one of your persons to that gate
Mm-hmm.
and the other person to the rainbow coral reef?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the opposite way, but also I don't feel like I could do that in time. Even with how fast Tawni zooms across the map, especially in a boat. Hello, Kate. The pirates who live in these islands are better rivals of the mermaids, but they would only lower their chains to let a ship captained by Tawni Balfour pass. Glory to the pirate queen, the pirate cheers. Lower the chains. Go teach that merqueen a lesson for us, I shout. But yes, hurry, merqueen. My queen, the mermaids watch us closely. In 5 days, the ones at the sea monster hatchery will know you passed this way, and it will retreat into the bottom of the sea. Fools, I'm already here.
This would be much better if your serpent lady had better sailing.
No, it's fine. She doesn't even have sailing at all.
No wonder.
She doesn't even have the skill needed to get sailing.
It's taking her so long just to get up this main, and like Tawni's just like going across the whole world. Ooh.
Huh.
Late last night, I ordered the deck of the Feral Vixen to be cleared of everyone except Oba and myself. As the wind whipped at my long hair, I pointed at one of the dinghies. There's food and water in there to last you 2 weeks, I told him. What's this? Have I done something? I couldn't look him in the eye, so I walked to the railing and stared at the stars reflected in the deep, dark sea. You've avenged your family, Oba. In your heart, you know it. That's why you no longer have the instinct to kill. If you stay here, you'll die. I can't leave. Yes, you can, and you will. I am retiring you. Find a nice, quiet place, build yourself a home and fish, or buy a ship. I also gave you enough gold to get you started. Do something other than pirating. You don't have it in you anymore. Oba's strong hand settled on my shoulder. I wanted to flinch away, but I couldn't. I loved having his hand there. I was so young then, Tawni, and filled with hatred, but I don't want to leave you again. I took Oba's hand from my shoulder and held it in mine. You may be my father, but Black Balfour was my father too. Don't you see that, Oba? I have been forged in his world. I don't understand. Why can't you come with me? Because we are opposites, Oba. You have always looked back to the day your family was killed. I can't look back. Not ever again. I don't know if Oba suddenly understood, but he realized he wasn't going to get me off the ship. Together we lowered the dinghy into the black water, and then Oba caught me by surprise. He wrapped his big arms around me for nearly a minute. I didn't struggle or protest. I sucked in his warmth and forever remembered his smell. His stinky pirate smell.
It's fine.
Then my real father climbed down a rope ladder into the dinghy and rode away into the night. I watched him, knowing I would probably never see him again. Goodbye, I said, fingering the hilt of my father's dagger. Oba's dagger, the one I have carried for most of my life.
Wow.
Sorry,
It's
go on.
like, it's pretty cool that it's like the last one before this story beat was like we basically knew at that point that Oba was the dad. But they didn't actually say it then.
And then this one, they kind of just like mention it offhandedly. It's like they trusted the audience to like put it together, you know?
Either that or he missed the story block.
I guess.
Oh, hello.
It's just a single unit.
Well, technically a single stack of 350 units.
Tail says, didn't you like hate and reject your father? Wait, which one? No, her father rejected her. Black Balfour, that is. So that's why she like hated him. But she's mentioned several times that even though she like hates him for not giving her the time of day, she still like respected him as a pirate and you know, like wanted to be something in his world. Like it's less love and more just like she feels like she's been forged in his world. Ooh. I guess she has two dads.
Well,
Yes.
that went well.
Oh.
That's fine.
Dead.
Don't ignore that. Oh, that plot looks familiar. I wonder where it's from.
I guess she rejected both now. She's cutting off the men in her life and just moving forward on her own 2 feet now. She can't keep chasing after Black Balfour's name and image, and she can't keep leaning on Oba.
Hey. Does work before the battle.
Mm.
Freeze him.
In a world as harsh and merciless as the pirates world, it is kind of sweet that she doesn't like that she like sets him up with so much stuff and lets him go. It's like when not killing someone is like, wow, that's so sweet. I watched from the deck of the Feral Vixen as the Mer Queen's floating throne sunk beneath the waves. The corpses of the mermaids floated all around me. Death and fire and destruction were everywhere. My new first mate, dirty-faced Daring, stepped next to me. It's a good thing Oba wasn't here to see this. Oh, that's me. It's a good thing Oba wasn't here to see this, I said, without realizing I had spoken. Yeah, Daring said. I never liked that coward either. Don't know how he got such a reputation for being tough. All I saw was a whimpering, my father's dagger ended the sailor's insulting words and his life. I looked down at the blood on my hands, the corpse of my first mate, and the destruction of the Mer Queen's forces. If Oba had been here, he would have finally understood that I am truly Black Balfour's daughter, even though I don't share his blood. She's so bitter about it. Her dad wouldn't be happy.
Sniff. Alright, Circa, I have a request. Please be able to sail fast enough to reach the... Okay, good, you can.
Excellent.
Oh, the barbarians are already having fun.
Hey.
And now they're dead.
No. Well, they had fun. That's what counts.
Wait a minute.
Hmm?
Okay. The, Could you guys not?
Hey, thanks, bye.
Oh, that did a lot. It was my spell that did a lot, by the way, so nothing.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Well, there she goes. Man, Tawni goes through first mates like like it's out of style or something.
First mates are out of style. Well, let's just disintegrate.
That didn't do nearly as much as I was hoping.
It did moderately less than I was hoping.
Oh, that did a lot.
There.
Yay.
Nice.
I don't recall seeing any krakens.
I don't think there are any.
I feel like that's a wasted opportunity. Have some like eldritch tentacled octopus things to fight. Oh, the birdies. Whoosh.
I really hate their ability. These enemies we're fighting, their ability is sometimes they'll just one shot. They'll guarantee kill one unit in a stack, which is absurdly broken when being done to heroes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just change my.
Can you like just keep her running away from them?
Not really.
Aw.
Mainly because it's just like it's a luck-based thing, and it keeps activating first time they hit her. So it's like she doesn't even get a chance to run. It just hits her before she can do anything about it.
Gotcha.
That was the wrong place to do that.
I feel like the mermaids would have been harder to deal with if they were in like more stacks. There were like 300 of them. They definitely could have like split them up.
They weren't split up because I put Tawni in there by herself. And they were trouble. Like I did lose the first time.
Yeah.
Please don't activate first turn. Thank goodness.
You have barely any health though. Okay, good.
Oh shoot, she's out of magic.
Ah!
Oh my word.
Do you have ethers or potions?
Not the ones that would help. Uh-oh. And what's crazy is I did like, man, that's crazy.
And she has to survive it?
Yeah. If she doesn't survive, it'll say we lost.
Oh.
Got any like potions of immortality to spare?
No, I do not.
Oh.
How much does Armageddon cost?
Lyra, how much does Armageddon cost?
Not enough to be worth it. Let's test it off just once, just to see how that goes for us.
Okay. These fishmen are so freaking ugly. You remind me of that like hoax mermaid that they made and put in that one like tourist shop or whatever that's like a fish and a monkey taxidermied together. And they're like, look, we found a mermaid. I forget what it's called. But it's like that proportions, you know? Like I feel like they took inspiration from that.
Alright, so long story short is
Everyone's dead.
Armageddon went poorly.
It was Armageddon for you. We're Armageddon out of here.
Yeah, I swear I did this the opposite way. I had Tawni fight the dudes, and
You think?
yeah, but I feel like there's no way to reach in time.
Yeah, you like barely reached it. It was just a straight path. And also Tawni's just one person, one champion. If the fishman hit her with that like auto kill, it's just gonna take her out, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure I managed to do it with just her though.
Huh. But can Circa get to the
No.
mermaids?
Not at this point anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that plot again.
It
It's interesting that the potion of cold of all things. Like I've never used a potion of cold before, and that of all things was what won it for us.
Oh.
Because it froze him the second they.
You have other potions that you haven't tried before?
So good news and bad news.
Oh.
The bad news is the potion of cold didn't work this time.
Oh.
The good news is just going full force on punching also worked fine. Instead of trying to do any fancy business.
That's good. That's good.
I'm gonna have to start over from the save.
Gotta like get more men,
Uh-huh.
more beasts. Bolster your army. You don't have any Durgans. Oh, are you getting another champion? I mean, hero?
Who are your champions?
Leave me alone, I'm stupid.
Already.
Oh, let's go.
Okay. Take two.
This time with feeling.
With gusto.
Like from Ratatouille?
Yeah. That's the one.
Oh right, there's a hero in this army, so they're showing up on the... Actually...
Oh, they have to go on their own? You didn't combine them?
I'm having them meet up.
Oh.
Although in hindsight, I'm in no rush. I could literally just wait for more units.
5 days doesn't seem like a lot with how many times you touch that little hourglass. Oh, you can't go in?
Oh, there's nothing in there.
Oh, okay.
Dolphins.
Oh, how do you do, young Willie McBride? Do you mind if I sit here down by your graveside and rest for a while in warm summer sun? I've been walking all day and I'm nearly done. Oh, is that a trough?
Yeah. It's an auxiliary.
If you drink at the trough and then like get on the boat, does it like increase your sailing?
If you have the item that doesn't make it so getting on the boat destroys your movement. Fire! 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 Fire!
Die!
Fire!
Die!
Oh, and she's frozen. Fire! Fire!
Oh.
Fire! Fire! Slap.
Cold sushi. You didn't even take any damage!
The duality of... Good.
Ah, Shrek has joined the party.
I guess.
I am an ogre.
Alright, we have more units now.
Excellent. Dun 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 dun.
I feel like Chain Lightning is the most cost-effective damage dealer.
But it takes your centaurs. It like hits them.
Sometimes sacrifices must be made. There, this is going much better.
Yay! Ooh, almost there. Almost there. Oh, this is intense.
Nice. Much better.
Nice. Hey.
The funny thing is that the hero seems like they didn't do anything, but I think having them take the hit so the Thunderbirds could just swoop in and not take any damage on the first turn helped a lot. More
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
The mermaids have retreated to the bottom of the sea, where they will remain if they are wise. Now comes the hard part. Oh, this is Tawni. So sometimes these like narrated parts are like third person for some reason, and I don't know how to tell when it's gonna happen. I think of the men who started this journey with me, men like Arnok the Hairless and Pete Girly, Foz the Axe, whoever that was, and Dridden the Scribe. I thought he's still alive. And Eight Fingers Oba, of course. Most of them are dead now, and only Dridden is still part of my crew. But that's enough looking back. The past is over with, so what does it matter? It's time to look forward to the next day, and the day after that. I stare out at the sea that I love, to the west, where the sun will soon set, and I smile. What's next? I asked myself. Okay! What's next indeed?
We did it.
We conquered the Gold Sea.
Also voice acting.
I learned later that my true father, Eight Fingers Oba, had settled on an island in the Gold Sea. He bought a fishing boat and built a small home near the shore where he planned to live the rest of his life. Before long, however, he was often seen in the company of a widow who lived nearby. Good for him.
I wouldn't have read that as it's more like a you know, like the way they drew it out.
You're more of a
Oh. Javier says you did it. You became the pirate queens. You found the One Piece.
I knew the mermaids had the One Piece all along.
Wait, wrong pirates, my bad. Now you just have to find it. Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams.
What are hopes and dreams?
Huh?
What are hopes and dreams?
I think they taste good.
So here's the real question.
Mm-hmm.
On the one hand, we finished the campaign and it's been 2 hours. On the other hand, we could keep going and start the next one.
It's up to you, Lyra. Do you want to do another 3-hour stream, or do you want your scenario or your campaigns to be sectioned by stream? It's up to you.
I say we go ahead and end it off.
Oh, okay. Which one are we doing next time then?
This one in the top right.
Top right. It makes me think of Little Red Riding Hood for some reason. Also, Javier, shush. The One Piece rap actually slaps, okay? Like, okay, rap and anime don't always go well together, but One Piece rap, I'll listen to that.
Glances at the season 10 Pokemon opening. Don't at me, Tails.
I haven't seen that one. I have heard tales of it though. I've heard of it, but I haven't heard it.
You've heard tales of it?
Yes. Well, good job, Lyra. We conquered the 7 seas,
We
killed pirates and women, and our father went off to have a jolly, peaceful life in his retirement. That was a really sweet ending, honestly.
Yeah.
And she was able to see that.
Like, I feel good. I feel good about it.
Insane.
Tail says, so many women you murdered.
350 in just one battle.
In fact, yeah. Tails also says, thanks for the stream. And our other father was stabbed, just like I wanted. It's like our real father went off and retired to a peaceful life and got a new wife just like he wanted. And our other father, the pirate, got stabbed and fed to the fishes at sea, just like I wanted. So everyone's happy.
And they all lived
Javier says, thanks for the stream. It's been a sea of emotions.
Hey. And they all lived happily ever after.
That would have been a good title for this stream.
We always come up with the good titles after it's over.
Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't realize it was gonna be so emotional. But hey, that was fun. It's been, how long has it been since you last had a proper 2 hours Hero stream? I feel like we always go like long into the night. It's so hard to stop.
That's part why I'm like, oh, let's stop here just so we don't go until like midnight.
Yeah, like if you started a new scenario now, like how far can we get in just an hour? We'd have to go for at least 2 more. I have no idea what the next one's gonna be. I just know it's probably got a lot of magic.
I think we've had enough might for this campaign. Time to throw around some magic.
Mm-hmm. Circa was kind of a random element that was brought in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you got the thing with Tawni and her pirates, and then you got like the pirate rivals, and you got the mermaids, which were made into a big deal. But then like in the middle there was just this like thing with the Medusa queen and her people. And she's just like, I'm here now. I'm like apparently so important that I'm one half of the finale, the big finale.
In fairness, I could have used another hero completely.
Oh really?
Yeah, and it would have been harder because the hero wouldn't have been as strong, but it would have been safer because I wouldn't have had to keep them alive.
Oh, okay. But even then, it's like you have to keep this queen alive for some reason, you know?
That's fine. No, I just kind of assumed since she's important that I had to keep her alive. I never actually checked.
Oh. Count says they all live happily ever after, except the people Tawni meets, cause I still get the vibe she kicks people's butts. Except for all of Tawni's first mates.
One of the first mates lived happily ever after.
That's true.
I'm glad none of you can see what I'm doing because I. Okay, yeah, it says it was Tawni or Circus, yeah.
Uh-huh.
An oddity for sure.
Tawni's first mate position is as cursed as like the dark arts professor position.
Maximum cursed. But yeah. That's all for pirate campaign. The Pirate's Dawn.
Yeah.
No doubt Zero's favorite one.
Oh, it was fun. I got to do all the pirate voices.
Next time.
At least as best as I could. I go like when you mentioned pirates, like a year ago when you're doing the other Heroes game and you're like, there's pirates, and I'm like, pirates? I didn't expect the main character to be a girl. So I was practicing my Barbosa, and it's like, oh wait, but yeah, I feel like I watched Pirates of the Caribbean to like prepare for it, but I feel like I really should have picked up an audiobook for like Redwall, because I think that would have gotten me more into the because I just realized I skimped on there's some otter characters in Redwall series, and they get some like nice piratey sounding voices.
Maybe.
Yeah, right. Or they're like they're kind of more Scotch, I guess, but yeah, like it would have helped with the variety if I had remembered. But I hadn't even thought about it.
It's fine.
But it was fun nonetheless.
And now that we're done with Zero's no doubt favorite campaign, we're moving on to my favorite campaign.
Ooh.
Ooh. This is the only one that I made any distance in as a kid. Well, except for this one down in the bottom left corner. Not that you can see what I'm pointing at.
Is it like your favorite story-wise, character-wise, or are you just like really nostalgic for it because you like played it a lot?
Well, it's I'd say my favorite character-wise. I don't know.
Ooh, okay.
I'm bad at separating whether I like something for the stories or the characters.
I mean, that's fair. It's like hand in hand in most of these. But like when you think of it, are you like oh man, that character's like really cool, or are you like, oh, that like plot point, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like are you just like a really big fan of Tawni and Oba, or are you like do you get really into the whole like Tawni's backstory? And I guess it's hard to say, like, is Tawni's backstory just her character? Maybe if you are into, and then like the stuff with her secret dad and stuff.
Her secret dad.
You know? Her secret.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to bring it up. Next Friday, last Friday, I was helping one of my sisters move back in, and next Friday, I'm helping the other move out.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not sure that necessarily means we won't be able to stream. Because a few things. One, I'm taking the day off work, so we're going in the morning. We're coming back in the evening rather than driving over there on Friday evening and then doing stuff on Saturday. And also, it's like an hour drive instead of a 3.5-hour drive. So something, this, that, the other. And my mom said we could be home as early as like 5 or 6.
Oh, okay. That's still a whole day, though. Like, you're probably gonna be really tired.
Not really.
Oh, okay.
Mostly because whatever happens, it's probably gonna be less tiring than work, which I came back from anyways.
Gotcha. Wonderful. Well, just let us know. We're always here waiting for you. I just realized, my wolf character's eye color is wrong in the title card. I never noticed, but Zero the Red Wolf has blue eyes. And I just like literally never picked up on it until just now.
Hold on. I think he may have just never given me a thing with eyes, so I just picked randomly.
I think so. I don't know why I didn't like mention it, you know? It's like a big element. But I'm not used to getting people to draw my characters.
Zero like in here like, I'm used to the one drawing people's characters, not having my characters drawn.
Yeah, no, the one that the reference I gave you for the outfit didn't have color in it.
And I think
yeah.
this is the
That's the little one that I drew to placeholder and it just with my style, like sometimes I just have the black eyes like without any color. So I didn't even like realize that you would never have known. I love her hat. Zero, what is a fan art?
I've never heard of this fan art before.
I need to do a proper reference
You do.
sheet that I can just like give people.
Especially me. They need to make a pony game so I can use my pony Sona for a stream.
Ooh. I'm surprised they haven't.
I'm also surprised they haven't.
Like even Neopets has like video games.
Yeah. An oddity for sure. But yeah. It's been a fun stream. Probably next week we'll start the next campaign, which will be the last one I'll be doing before moving on. Game.
Gamu.
Game. There we go. The Price of Peace.
Hey. The piece of pie?
Yeah. But before that, tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time, whatever time zone I'm in. In about, what time is it? In about 17 hours.
Whoa, Lyra, slow down. That kind of quick math is gonna break some speed limits.
But I'll be streaming some Pokemon Crystal with Tails. Oh, Central Time. Yeah, that's right. Is Eastern Time your time zone?
Yeah, that's mine. I
Okay.
think it's Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, Zero, how dare you hear me say your time zone? And just like, yeah, that's right. You're definitely in the same time zone as me.
I can't. I didn't realize.
I mean, if I said something else like Mountain or Pacific, it'd be at least you hear me. I was like, oh,
At least something else.
Yeah, at least it's like, oh, I don't know anything about those time zones, but it's just like, it's the one you're in. You know we don't
Look,
match.
I always say EST when I'm typing it, so like when you say Eastern, it doesn't look like anything in my like mind's eye. I'm like looking at this word and I'm like, I don't know this man.
I live in Est time zone.
Est, yeah, like I'll say Eastern time or Eastern Standard Time, like depending. But when I write it out, all I see it as is EST. So like, I'm like, that doesn't sound like EST.
So I'm not Est time.
Est. I think EST and ET are like the same area, but it depends on whether or not it's daylight savings. But I don't actually know.
Good question. But
Because it's like, I don't know why anyone else wouldn't have those, like, two of them. Or maybe they do and I just don't know.
I think it's because I don't think most places have daylight savings time.
What?
I think daylight savings time is an America thing.
Yeah, but like, Pacific time or like Mountain time.
I don't know. Time zones are confusing.
It is.
Just go pull up a map of time zones and look at the time zone Alaska's in, and hurt your brain.
Wait.
Alaska is like half the size of the U.S., so
Mm-hmm.
it should be in at least 2 time zones, but the time zone just wraps around it. It
Oh,
goes
yeah.
out and back in around it, so the whole state is in one time zone.
But like Alaska also has like weirdness where like for half the year it's just no sun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's just
Alaska's
doing something.
weird.
Are there any places that are so far south that happens? Like there's a lot of places.
Maybe somewhere in Africa or like like South America and Africa go as far south as I can think before you like get into Arctic territory.
Hmm.
I don't know though. I don't know. I don't know.
So we have psst, sent an est.
This gives me like, what is it? Is it Victoria's energy? Is that the show that has the rich girl London in it? And she's like learning how to drive, and the guy is like, "Would you like to put on something on the radio? We have an M or boom."
Also, that was Sweet Life with Zach and Cody.
Oh, Zach and Cody.
That wasn't even the right channel, Zero.
Oh!
But yeah, anyways, tomorrow, Pokemon Crystal. It'll be super fun. We definitely won't be bullying Morty with an Umbreon.
Oh boy.
And next Thursday, we'll be playing some more Super Metroid.
Dupa dupa.
Will we
You should spell it as Super Metroid.
Super Metroid Part 3.
More soup. Even more soup.
But anyways, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend. And I'll see you guys later.
Bye guys.
Bye-bye.
Ooh.